Hey guys, we are back with Seduce Me. Okay, let's get to it. I didn't even say my name. Whatever. You have to know it by now. I drifted to sleep and woke up and almost flawlessly the next morning. No grogginess, no eggs. Perfect, energized, and bright-eyed. Man, how long has it been since I've gotten this much good sleep? I looked at my alarm clock. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Damn. Well, hey, I must be lucky today. Karma owed me some luck after all I've gone through merely mercy barely? Yeah, it is a bit. Merely a handful of days. I deserve to have some good luck. I think you just jinxed yourself. Ecstatic for the day ahead. I turned off my alarm before they could ring and got dressed. However, my phone started quickly buzzing from an incoming text. Huh? Who's texting me this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on. We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
Okay. I smiled. My friends are the best. I could have drive yet. Oh, I couldn't drive yet, and I couldn't have a car, so it's awesome that my friends would let me carpool. I checked the time. 6:30. Perfect. I have time to eat some breakfast before they come. I packed my bag and carried it downstairs toward the kitchen. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate of eggs, toast, and bacon sitting on the table. A fresh, steaming cup of coffee sat next to the plate with a sugar and creamer on the side. I walked to the table and I couldn't believe what I'm seeing. Who made this? As I spoke aloud, a small red note caught my attention. Have a good day. Yours. My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I couldn't tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him? What? From... I could tell that, okay. I thought I couldn't. I read it wrong. Okay, I smiled, but putting the note into my bag and eating the food that was delicious, I devoured every amazing bite. I looked at the time again. Time to go. I quickly rushed to the door, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still need to look decent. But I could reach the handle of the but before I could reach the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand. Huh? I turned to see James, who was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
My name.
What? Your name?
My true name isn't James, miss. I want you to know my real name if something were to happen.
What? His true name? What did he mean? Why is he telling me this now? That's exactly what's going through my head. Oh, sorry, not in that direction, but not in that word format, but whatever. James gently pulled me to him, and I leaned close to whisper. He leaned closer. Yeah, you can read.
My name is Raestro.
Raestro? As he said his name, I could feel it locked. I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. James pulled away and smiled, despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you're in any danger, call my name. I promise that I'll come and help you.
Ah, I see. If you call a demon's true name, and they will, it's like a summoning spell, kinda? As far as, this seems. I stared up at James, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. James smiled before kissing my hand and heading into the dining room. Yeah, you don't use his true name unless, really needing that person. But, Raestro? Okay, fine. On cue, Naomi drove up to the gate with Suzu waving me down. I rushed to the door and we headed to school talking about the homework and the coming day. We made it to school without a hitch. Our lockers were at the same part of the hall. So we quickly unloaded what we needed to get to our important books and necessities. First incident of the day. As I walked towards Suzu and Naomi? Naomi. Yeah, I think Naomi. I think. I keep saying her name wrong. Okay, who were both waiting for me on the opposite sides of the hall. Something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Whoa! I heard that smack.
Hey, are you okay?
Who did that?
The three of us looked back to see Lizette and her gaggle of girls. Lizette had the complete innocent while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow.
Why, you little...
Suzu, don't!
I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lizette. Today was not only time that this happened to me, however, it was now clear who was behind this incident. Even if she was innocent and one of her goons did it, it's obvious that Lizette was the mastermind just from the look on her face. She was no friend, nor would she ever be. I had to do something. I would say get her. I'm getting in trouble, but... No, she's not worth it, honestly. No. I wasn't going to bring myself to her level. She was a bully, but I'm not going to let her get to me. I had to be stronger than her, and only then will I have beaten her. I stood up and brushed myself off, pretending nothing happened.
Anderson, you okay?
That was a pretty bad fall.
Yeah, I'm fine. A fall like that is nothing. I merely smiled at them, not wanting to let them know the pain rushing through my body from that fall. My arms were quaking, my shoulders were pulsing, but I remained contained face. I quickly gathered my belongings and nodded to my two friends. Come on, we'll be late for history. Suzu and Naomi, I want her name stick in my head. I'm thinking Nanami. Why? I haven't seen that anime in like a month. Looked at each other before frowning and nodding to me. Naomi and Suzu flanked me as we began walking to class from the gaggle of bullies. As you walked, I could barely see Suzu flipping the middle finger at the group behind us from the corner of my eye.
Friggin' bunch of Lisette feet lickers.
Feet lickers. Nice.
That's gross, Suzu.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing.
It's true. It's all OMG! Lisette is the best! Let's follow her around because we obviously don't have lives.
Nice. Naomi and I couldn't help but laugh. The group behind us, however, did not like Suzu's words.
At least my dad doesn't screw around in the black market to keep a stupid casino running.
Suzu stopped, and Naomi and I stopped as well to look back at Suzu, who is completely red in anger. Suzu slowly turns her head to the group and glared daggers at them.
Fuck did you just say?
Ooh. Okay, that sounds like a little... Wait, that's a little immature. I had to act fast. I placed my hand on Suzu's shoulder and gripped tightly, knowing that she could try to push my hand away. Suzu, they're not worth it. Let's just go.
No, I think it's about time we taught them some manners.
Suzu!
I looked at Lizette and her group. Lizette was the wildly amused smile on her face, which irked me to no end. Nevertheless, I knew that fighting wasn't going to get us anywhere. Let's go. I grabbed Suzu by the shoulder roughly and pulled her back to Naomi and me. Suzu tried to step towards the group, but Naomi held her other shoulder. We held on to Suzu, who fought against our hands as we marched to class. Surprisingly, the rest of the school day went off without any other incident. I went to my class, had lunch, and was anxious to get home. As the bell rang for school to end, I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. Huh? A text? From Dad? I'm picking you up today. Make sure you're ready when I get there. What? That's kind of a surprise. Yeah. I quickly headed back to my locker and got my things before waiting for Naomi and Suzu.
Hey, are you ready to go?
Actually, my dad's picking me up.
Really? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
We'll drive home together next time. Tell your dad that we've got you covered from now on.
Yeah, alright. After a while, something didn't seem right. My dad texted me to say this. Why is he gonna pick me up? Had I done something wrong? I didn't know. Like, I didn't even fight them. Like, honestly. I could have went to them and, like, hit her right. Gave her one right hook. Sorry, gotta be nice. I waved goodbye to Naomi and Suzu before heading off to the usual spot where my dad picks me up. I took the time to listen to music while I'm waiting. I need to go to the Rise of Phoenix concert. I need to go to another Rise of Phoenix concert. Eventually, I had to play I played the entire album and with no one showing up. And hey, Dad, never late, especially not this late. Oh God, fuck! I think the family's in danger. Oh no! Wait, how would they know? They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know at all. Press the call, disconnected, and reading to no disconnected area on my message. What the? No signal error? How do I not have a signal? I double checked my phone. I saw 5 bars for signal. What? He must be in the dead zone. Before I can finish, a group of hands grabbed. Oh, I knew it! I fucking knew it! Okay, I covered up. I screamed into the hand covering my mouth and struggled to pull away from the hands grabbing my limbs. It felt disgusting and scary, feeling their hands on me. I needed to stop.
Hey!
I knew
Don't
it.
dirty up Malix's spray.
The voice, which sent shiver down my spine, whispered into my ear.
You're coming with me, Miss Anderson.
I knew it. I couldn't fathom what happened. Before I knew it, I was blindfolded and my limbs were quickly tied up. I felt myself being carried somewhere, and I was shoved into something that echoed the interior of a bus or a van. The doors closed and I was off and I was taken. Unsure of where I was going and why. All I knew was that I was in trouble. All I saw was darkness. I felt numb as I was taken to place, so I didn't know. I couldn't even move my lips to scream. Sounds zipped past my ear, first the interiors of the car, then the outside, then the echoey space with whispers and crackles of people vibrating through it. However, the wrapped around my eyes was eventually removed from my face and my bounds were cut. It took a while for my eyes to adjust, but I found myself in a warehouse surrounded by devils, including Malik, who was smirking at me. Yeah.
Nicely done! I'm sure those little shits will come running to find you when they realize you didn't return to your precious little mansion. They'll search everywhere.
I knew it. Okay.
It'll be so funny when they find your dead body instead.
Wait. I should call him, but he's gonna die. I can't even. Well, he's gonna shoot me before I can even scream his name, and I'm not gonna wait, so I guess the only chance is gonna fight. There's no. Fuck you, Malik! No way this is happening. No way I'm gonna let myself be a victim like this. I will.
What are you whimpering? Are you praying that the boys will come and save you?
I closed my eyes and took a breath before one leg swept my foot across Malik's face. Yeah! Oh yeah, she knows Taekwondo! Yeah! Ha ha ha! Nice! Malik flew to the side and I rolled, rubbing his cheek in complete shock. I felt the air so step back away from me. leaving me to look at Malik and shake my foot out from the hit. Malik quickly hopped up and growled at me, obviously surprised, but irritated beyond belief.
You little bitch! You think you're tough, huh? Well, I'll show you your place. Come here!
Malik's charged at me, dropping the gun, and that would never hurt me to the floor. I reached for my face, however, I quickly crouched down and swept his leg in front of me, knocking Malik's down once again. I rolled again, and from the fallen devils and glared, and I rose back up to my feet. Just because I'm human doesn't mean I can't kick your ass. Nice! I placed my hand in front of me before sliding over to Malik and slamming the tip of my toe into his head. One of the devils around us tried to step in, but Aries held her hand to stop them.
No! Stay out of it! Let Malik deal with it!
As commanded, the devils that surrounded us stood away from the fight. The group watching us had lost in intrigue as I stood up against the leader. I continued to kick. Why are you? Who tried to block, to kick at Malik, who tried to block my kicks with his arms, but I brought my foot up before slamming it down onto his chest. I definitely heard a rib or two crack on the impact, causing Malik to lose his breath. What I didn't expect is some drive. I knew it. You got too cocky, girl. I fell to the ground, landing with a loud thud. Oof. I felt the pain shoot through my arm and running through my body at the impact. My body got to the ground. I tried to push off, but the pain forced me to stay down. Monix had the chance to roll on top of me and pin me down, glaring, smirking down at me evilly. As I tried to get him off, it was a futile situation dawned on me. I was fighting a devil. I was human. I had no magic, nor was I special. I wasn't going to beat him.
It's useless, woman. You're as good as dead. Bet you regret trying to fight me in the first place now.
Fear began to consume me. Oh, for the love of God, please someone help me. I prayed as I hoped that I wouldn't have to keep fighting. It was beyond us.
You have major balls trying to fight me. You're not even a man. You're a puny woman who's about to get what's coming to her.
Okay, now it's time to actually say James's real name. What made everyone in the warehouse drop our fighting faces was screeching as the police sirens coming closer to our location. Oh, she must have threw out her phone on her. Okay, that's one way of doing with it.
It's time to have fun, boys. Make sure you kill them all.
The devils all seemed to get excited and started walking past us to meet the cops, but loud finger snap stopped them. That made them turn around. Malix and I to see Ezra with her hand in the air post-snap.
Eris, what are you doing?
Enough, Malix. We've wasted enough time in this stupid town. I'm getting out of here and I'm taking the rest with me.
I didn't know whether to laugh or not. I bit my tongue as Malik got angry again.
Like hell you are! Boys, do as I say, or else!
None of the boys moved. Eris snapped her fingers again, causing the boys to rush back past her onto the other side of the warehouse.
Malix, it's over. You can't even beat a human girl. You're losing your powers. Lower devils only follow higher-ups that actually have power.
Shut your mouth!
Well, he did kind of lose to her, but even though he was getting kicked, but he kind of did turn it around, so there's that. So he kind of won. It was kind of a draw. Whoa. Malik summoned his gun and shot multiple times at Eris, who somehow managed to teleport away from the shooting, lining a Reaper by us. I shook my head, letting out a sigh before Malik grabbed before grabbing Malik by the neck and pulling him off of me. Malik started to choke as Eris stared coldly at him.
All this for a bunch of pretty boys. You must be stupid and desperate.
Eris looked at me, making me tense up.
Human! I suggest heading home to your pretty boys. You don't want to get involved in a supernatural investigation. It's a pain in the ass.
She then turned back to Malik, glaring daggers at him, and he glared back at
You
her.
really think women are weak? Let me fix that, sweetie.
Nice, girl! With that, Eris vanished into the shadows, taking Malik's with her. As I left alone, the police siren stopped. I looked over to the open passage to see the incubi with a large police siren and megaphone staring at me in surprise.
Where is he? I swear I'm gonna...
He's gone. Eris took him and left. They won't be coming back. It was all surreal. I was held by a devil? But I quickly shook off the feeling. I was alive. And that's all that mattered. I fought to stay alive, and there I was. The boys tried to question me, but James cleared his throat, catching my attention as catching the attention of the other brothers and me.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
All together, we walked to the warehouse back home. There was no way in hell anyone was gonna find about this. It was over. Maddox was gone, and the boys are finally safe. The wave of relief ran through my body and thought never having to deal with the group again. Is this over? At the same time, a ping of realization hit me in the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malice was defeated. That was our deal. We approached home. I felt something heavy weighing down in my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned the lights on in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
I looked at Damien, knowing he can read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts of the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I wanted to just end it tonight. Too much had happened. I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping us all from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit me, the boys, like a wave, forcing them to turn me in curiosity. They had to remember our deal. They were wanting to decide their fate. Now, they were now wanting me to decide their fate. I go face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. They looked like they were willing to escape whatever I demanded. It was only fair, though, after all that happened. I looked at James, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave, but would I ask him to stay? I was hoping that he would say no and ask me to stay longer. As if he knew what I wanted. James moved and smiled at me, taking my hand and bringing it to his lips. He moved it away, smiled at me, and spoke.
Miss, if I may be so forward. Despite the short time we've stayed here, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here. That being said, would you allow us to stay here?
Oh. My heart skipped a beat. While a large, yeah, that's what it said. Skipped a beat. Put this in the middle of this. And large red blush ran across my cheek. The boy stared at James wide-eyed, but I didn't dare speak out. James stepped back and gave me space, returning to where he was. I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again, and my life would return to normal. If I decided to let them go, then they would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want it? They'd done so much for me in such a small amount of time. But I kind of want them to stay. Because I let them go, and everyone's gonna be sad. So, it's like, they're actually kind of like here, and they can stay. And it's like, I kind of want to see them stay, because I kind of want this to have a happy ending. And James wants to stay, and I don't really care what Sam really wants. I want them to stay. I want him to stay. I merely smiled and stared at the man I had come to have feelings for before speaking at last. I would love for you to all stay. I would love it if you could all stay. The boys cheered tiredly, but nonetheless enthusiastic. I giggled at the sight. It is so cute to see everyone so excited despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home is my home, is your home. As long as you can still help with the chores. The boys nodded in unison, agreeing to the terms that I said. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure that I didn't just pass out on the floor.
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Oh! Yeah, sleep is actually a thing.
We've had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and tomorrow.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Yeah, man.
I watched a very happy smile grow onto James' lips. He shared my excitement. He shared my excitement, knowing that we could be together longer. Who knew how long we could stay together? All I cared was what I would be with him. The others quickly left to finally the rest, leaving me and James alone at last. My heart fluttered a little bit as James walked closer to me and gently wrapped his arm around me, my form. I placed my hands on his shoulder, leaning close.
You are an absolutely wonderful woman. I'm so happy that you let us stay here.
I'm happy too, James. I stared into his eyes, getting lost in them. I didn't know if it was the tiredness or the growing attachment for him, but I felt myself leaning into James' body. It invited me to stay for a while, making me forget that my bed was calling for me. James nodded before kissing my forehead sweetly.
Come, let's get you to bed.
I nodded before James lifted me into his arms like a bride and carried me into my room. I didn't want him to leave his arms, leaning my head against James's chest, but eventually I was slowly lowered to the bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in school uniform, but I was too tired to strip or care. I took James and fighting a yawn from escape. Jesus, I'm about to yawn. Why would you talk about yawning in front of me?
Have sweet dreams. I'll prepare breakfast again for you in the morning.
Aw. I nodded in time to Mama before watching him slowly stand and leave the room, closing the door. A wave of happiness washed over me and as I laid in the bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it was hard, but I could tell that I could manage it. Help around the house, being a man whom I slowly started to fall for would be worth it. I slowly felt my exhaustion take over. I let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness in my mind. Everything was peaceful. I was happy. Yeah! Ending! That was a pretty sweet ending.
You are an interesting creature.
It's not over? I open my eyes. What? It's not over? What? I open my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand was covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
What? I could only stare up at the woman above me. I felt weak, not having the strength to move or fight her off. What was going on? What was she doing here?
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Rage began to consume my core. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known that she let another smirk grow on her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her in anger, she removes her hand from my lips, standing and staring down at me and from her place next to my bed. What? What? I thought it was over. I quickly sat up and glaring daggers at the intruder. She was very beautiful, but yet I felt more anger than amazement. Who the hell are you? And why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana works on how she's acting. Diana? Demon? You're a demon?
I am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
What do you mean?
Silly girl.
I'm knew it!
Succubus.
I knew it. I stared at Diana in shock. A succubus? First incubus, now succubus? Great! I had both genders of the same sex demons. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty. A goody little two shoes, aren't you?
I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
What? Competition?
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
This girl was seriously pissing me off. Issue? What issue? What? They want to stay here, so they can.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
You have about 10 seconds to leave.
Is that a threat? How cute. What are you going to do? Kill me?
And if I do?
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
Ah, so she drained the energy from her. Touch me and I'll...
Enjoy every minute of it.
I felt my body freeze and heat up almost in a painful haze. My mind began to felt fuzzy, and Diana stepped to me and caressed my cheek.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
I nodded.
Good. I plan to bring the boys back to the abyssal planes. Why? So that I can take my place as queen of their realm. They have no reason to be here in this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
I nodded, but growled. The rage couldn't be concealed despite the hold I was under. You evil bitch!
Call me evil all you want, dearie. I'm not evil. You're just in my way.
I felt Diana lean into my ear to whisper, making me unconsciously shiver, both in pleasure and annoyance.
Now, be a good little human and go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow from school, So make sure to say goodbye in the morning.
I felt my body move on its own, laying in bed to cover myself with my bed sheets. I glared at Diana the entire way down. Diana laughed at my futility. I'll get you.
Oh, please do.
All of a sudden, her voice deepened and became cold and demonic, sending violent shivers of fear down my spine. Her red eyes practically illuminated in the darkness in my room as she glared at me.
Give me a reason to make your life a living hell.
I gritted my teeth, trying to fight back against the hold on me. She couldn't have been this tough. She needed energy to survive, right? I'm sure she couldn't have had enough energy to hold me down forever. Diana then laughed and turned back to normal.
Oh, and make sure you don't tell the boys I was here. I want my visit to be a surprise.
I felt the hold on me disappearing, allowed me to sit up, practically growling at Diana in rage. What's stopping me?
Then you must not care about your friends and family as much as you care for the boys.
I stopped and stared. What do you mean by that? Was she threatening my family? Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that no one will care for you, and you'll be all alone in this little house until the day you die.
I could feel the fear creeping into me. Alone? How could she do that? The word demon reverberated in my head, reminding me that I was facing off against something supernatural. A human with shield versions of the devil was one thing, a human on her own versus a demon with another.
Have a good night.
And then Diana sank into the floor through the magic purple pentagram, which disappeared, and her head vanished into the floor. I couldn't believe it. Someone get the caramel? I love caramel, but okay, fine, whatever. I couldn't believe the crazy psycho devil who wants to kill me and the boys. I had a succubus wanting to ruin my life and take the boys away. Did my life get any worse? No. I wasn't gonna let her win. She's not as powerful as she looks. I know it. I had to mentally confirm she wasn't gonna win. The boys wanted to stay with me. I let out a sigh before closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. No matter what she was going to do, I'm going to beat her. Eventually, the morning arrived, the sun screaming at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock once again, which was nice. I stretched out quickly, got dressed, and getting ready for school. She expected me to say goodbye to the boys. I will say good morning to the boys, and we'll see you when I get back. No way am I going to say goodbye. I scooped up my bag, heading down to the stairs in the dining room, seeing the boys already eating delicious, selected food. The smell made my stomach growl wildly. The smell of food drew me to walk further into the room.
Good morning, miss. Did you sleep well?
Before I could lie, hiding the incident in the back of my mind, Diana furrowed his eyebrows before he stopped eating. Because she doesn't have to say a thing. Yeah, nice.
She's here.
Yep, I knew it. She didn't break any rules. It's kind of like making deals with the Fae. She didn't actually say it. He read her mind. She didn't break the rules. He can't control his ability, so it's not her fault. But she probably won't see it that way. And why I curse his ability silently. Why are you cursing that?
Damien, what's up with you? Of course she's here. She kinda owns the house.
Damien looked up at me, wanting me to explain to him. However, the threats that Diana gave me last night, warning me to keep my mouth shut. I don't know what didn't think I should avoid it, but he's gonna tell them anyway. I know it. He has to. Okay. I shook my head at Damien, not wanting to talk about it. Damien sighed and looked at James. James tilted his head and furrowed but brows at Damien before looking at me.
Does anyone else live in this house?
No, just us.
Then who is Diana?
My heart stopped. Diana was able to read. Damien was able to read my mind. I couldn't help but glare at him, but he continued to press hard to tell the truth. Gaze at me. I'm sorry. Damien was going to press the issue, so I had no choice but to speak. The girl named Diana came by last night.
Diana? Is she important?
Did she try to hurt you?
Kinda. She's a succubus. That single word made the boys stop to stare at me. I looked at each boy unsure of what was going through their mind. Should I have avoided it? You can't avoid it anymore. You pretty much blew your cover.
So, she's come to try and bring us back.
Yes.
She must really be desperate.
Well, what should we do now?
Nothing. She'll give up eventually.
Will she?
Yeah, will she? The boys continued to look at me if I knew the answer to the question. Damn it, Damien. She said if I told, then she'll make my life a living hell. She can't possibly do that, right? She's not a devil.
No, she isn't. However, she is a very powerful demon.
She's a master of mind manipulation and has been trained in illusion. Unlike other demons who use strength to get power, she uses her charisma.
She has the power to make armies bow to her and obey her every whim. That's why she's so obsessed with us.
Really?
Well, she sort of has family ties to us. She was promised to marry one of us in exchange for more power.
She's just some whacked up hussy who doesn't know how to close her legs. She's not a real
Whacked up hussy?
Oh, really? I feel insulted.
Ah. The boys and I looked around the room, wondering where the voice came. I felt a cold sweat run down the back of my neck in fear, remembering what kind of power she had. They all scooted so far. Oh man. At last we saw Diana by the entrance of the kitchen, jiggling a red apple in her hand as she leaned against the archway. The boys quickly surrounded me and glared at the intruder.
So, you took up a human name as well.
Beautiful name, isn't it? Well, for a human name anyway.
What the hell do you want?
To bring you back, of course. However, you weren't supposed to know that I was coming. I completely forgot about that little mind-reading ability. My mistake.
Okay, good, she did know. Diana pushed off from the archway, walking towards us, making the boys step closer in a protective circle.
My. What has the world come to? A group of demons protecting a human girl? I'll tell you right now, she's not that pretty. And from what I can tell, she's still a virgin.
Yeah. My face grew red in complete anger and embarrassment. How dare she? Oh, you shouldn't actually talk against that. You should probably just keep that to yourself. Diana chuckled and smirking at me at knowing that I wanted to hit her, but had to control myself.
Such control you have, human. You know your place very well.
I want to hit her. I made the wrong decision. I want to hit her. I didn't control the growl that escaped my throat, however.
Well, will you all change your minds? I assure you, it's for the greater good.
I expected the boys to say no. What I heard was complete silence. None of the boys said reply to Diana, which made me both nervous and fearful as why. Diana leaned her head back a bit in surprise for a different reason.
No. Well, I see.
Was silence truly them saying no to her? I looked around at the boys, saw the disobedience in their eyes, giving me my answer. I felt my heart flutter, especially when my eyes landed on James. He kept it close to me, glaring daggers at Diana. I could feel that he was completely damned. I don't know this word. In his choice to stay. Adamant. That's what it was. I didn't know why. I was incredibly happy to know they wanted to stay. And aside and pressed a finger to her temple, rubbing it gently.
Either all of you are playing a very convincing hard-to-get game, or you all must be out of your minds.
Diana looked at me and locking her gaze with mine as if she read me. I could tell she wanted to do something, but the boys would stop her, so the stare was the only available action. I should stop now. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Okay, you want to see more of this? You know what to do.